When it comes to gaming on a PC, there are a lot of components to consider. It all depends on what you're going to play, as some of the parts can get quite expensive. Here then is a beginner's guide to the components of a gaming PC and explanations of what they do. Let's get started. The first thing that you should always focus on is the graphics card. This will handle the majority of the gaming specific aspects. It basically determines what your frame rate of the graphics is going to be, what graphical effects you can have enabled, and what sort of resolution you can actually run with your PC. The graphics card holds Video Random Access Memory, or VRAM, and the more of this you have, typically the better your games will perform. Another factor is the amount of cores the card has, and the specific generation of those cores. A good graphics card for high-end games at the time this video was made would be a 16GB size card. Now, if we have quite a powerful graphics card, you'll need a good power supply. Lower-end gaming can get away with a 650-watt power supply, but if you're powering higher-end components, then the supply should be more like 1000 watts. The next part is the motherboard and CPU. It's basically the heart and brain of your computer. Every component connects here: the graphics card, storage drives, and memory. The central processing unit, or CPU, is essentially the brain of the PC and is involved in everything the PC does. CPUs are better and increase in price with the number of cores they have and their speed. They work in tandem with the graphics card, so try to keep a good balance of having them both about the same power level where possible, so one doesn't bottleneck the performance of the other. Faster processors tend to get hotter quicker, so you'll also have to have an appropriate CPU cooler, which can end up getting quite large. Our next component is the Random Access Memory, or RAM, the PC's memory chips. All you need to do is make sure that you're buying the right speed and generation for your motherboard and the right capacity. The higher the speed, the better, and as far as size, you want to have at least 16GB of RAM for higher-end games, or preferably 32GB. RAM is essentially boxes that hold the data that the computer is working on there and then. The more boxes you have, the more things you can do at the same time. The next component is storage. Typically, you'll have several hard disk drives, or HDDs. These are the standard spinning mechanical drives and have been a staple for many years. But more recently, solid-state drives, or SSDs, have become more popular as they don't have moving components and they can transfer data 10 times faster. HDDs are slower, but they also have more capacity and they're cheaper. Now, let's move on to the case itself. Depending on the type of motherboard and the amounts of drives and size of graphics card and the power supply, the case could be a full tower, mid tower, or a micro ATX or mini ITX tower. Now, with the amount of heat being generated, these cases will have fans. These will help move the hot air out of the case and away from the components and ensure things stay running smoothly. So, those are the items within the PC case. Now, to get gaming, you'll need your monitor, mouse, and keyboard, all of which can be advanced versions for gaming. Don't forget, you'll need a copy of Windows as the software for your PC to run on. Then finally, your internet connection. The faster the connection, the better it will be for gaming, in terms of gameplay and when you initially download the games. Smithville's fast fibre internet is perfect for gaming, being both fast and reliable. After that, your gaming can begin. Join us next time on Smithville Smart for more tips, tricks, and insights in the world of technology. To learn more about Smithville's services, visit smithville.com or call 833 768 4853.